Hey everybody, Neil Thompson, founder of Teach the Geek here. I work with technical professionals so they can present more effectively, especially in front of non-technical audiences. And you can learn more about that at teachthegeek.com. Again, that's teachthegeek.com. Do any of you consider yourselves introverts? I certainly consider myself one. But what exactly is an introvert? I think a lot of people get the definition of it mistaken. And when people think about it, they think about, at least this is what I think. They think about people who are shy and don't like to talk. That's not necessarily true. What an introvert is just somebody whose energy is drawn away, I guess. Maybe that's the best way. They lose energy as they speak to people as opposed to gain energy, which is what extroverts do. But it doesn't mean that they're not good at talking or they're not adept at speaking with others. It's just that it drains them. But it, and I firmly fall in that category. So if you think of yourself as an introvert and then think, well, because I'm an introvert, I'm not going to be very good at giving technical presentations. Well, you're wrong. It just means that it drains you. And it also means that you're likely more thoughtful about what you say. From what I understand, extroverts, they tend to think out loud, whereas introverts, they put a lot more thought into what they say before they actually say it. And I think that would make a great person to give a presentation, especially if it's a person giving a technical presentation in front of non-technical people, because they're actually going to take the time to think about what's the best way to put this presentation together so that this non-technical audience can actually understand what they're talking about. And who doesn't want that? Don't you want a thoughtful presenter? They're the person that's going to think about what kind of call to action do I need? And they'll figure out what that is. And then they'll figure out what kind of points do I need to make that leads to that call to action. And they'll figure out what that is. And they'll figure out what kind of introduction makes sense that leads to the points, which then leads to that call to action. And they'll make sure that they come up with all those three things: the call to action, the points, and the intro. They make sure that it makes sense. It flows in a logical way. It's clear and it's something that people will actually understand when you actually give the presentation. And that's a good thing. That's definitely a good thing. So just because you are an introvert, you're a person who's drained by being amongst people and talking a lot. I know I am physically sometimes. Like I go to a networking event and you go around, you talk to people, and by the end of it, I just want to take a nap. But I certainly see the benefit of going to those type of events. It's not as if I avoid them because I'm an introvert. No, I go. It's just afterwards I'm a bit tired, but I still go. but essentially what I really want to get across in this video is just because you're an introvert doesn't mean that you can't be a great public speaker or just great at giving presentations. And if anything, you'll be even better at it because you'll put more thought into what the actual presentation is before you actually get up there. You're probably less likely to get up there and wing it too, because you actually want to prepare. So that's what I want to say about that. Introvert, that's great. You can still be a great presenter. Again, my name is Neil Thompson. I am the founder of Teach the Geek. I work with technical professionals so they can present more effectively, especially in front of non-technical audiences. And you can learn more about that at teachthegeek.com. Again, that's teachthegeek.com. Until next time, take care and stay safe.